Expanded form subtraction with regrouping. 3-digit minus 2-digit, day 4. Grab your whiteboards or your notebook and let's get ready to do some great thinking with 3-digit numbers. All right, we have 121 minus 73. We're going to expand both numbers out, so it's 100 plus 20 plus 1. We are going to subtract 70 minus 3. Make sure you have your minus 70 and your minus 3 so we remember to subtract and also to maintain the same value of minus 73. Notice we have the bigger value on the bottom. 3 is greater than 1. 70 is greater than 20. If we subtracted, we would actually get into negative numbers, so we're not going to do that today. We're actually going to regroup or rename numbers from the tens and hundreds column. The 1 doesn't have enough ones, so we're going to take a 10 from the 20 and rewrite 20 as a 10 plus the 10. Now the reason it's 11 over there is because 10 plus 1 is 11. So now we only have a 10 up there. We can't subtract 70 from it. So we're going to take the 100 away from the hundreds column and put it with our tens column. So we have renamed 121 as 110 plus 11. Now we can subtract. There's nothing left in the hundreds column, so we just have a 0. You can either put it or just leave it without a 0. 110 subtract 70 equals 40. 11 subtract 3 equals 8. So 40 plus 8 is 48. Great job. All right, 153 expanded out, and minus 60 minus 4. Line up your tens column and your ones column. Again, our bigger value is on the bottom, so that means our 3, unless we go in the negatives, we need to rename or regroup from the tens column. So instead of having 50 plus 3, we will have 40 plus 13. I don't have enough tens to subtract 60 with that being a negative, so I am going to take the 100 and put it in my tens column. 153 can be renamed as 140 plus 13. Now we can subtract. We have a 0 there. 140 minus 60 equals 80. 13 minus 4 equals 9. So 80 plus 9 equals 89. Again, you can do partial sums. 80 plus 60 equals 140. 9 plus 4 equals 13. It's always great practice to check your work to make sure you're getting the number you started with. 172 minus 27. We're going to expand both out, keeping your subtract signs there. Again, check out your bigger values. Notice my bigger value is in my hundreds. 70 is larger than a 20, but the 7 is larger than the 2. So I'm going to rename that 72 as a 60 plus a 12 because we regrouped the 70 and gave the 10 to the 2. Now we can subtract. And again, since every column has larger values on top, you can just subtract left to right. 100 minus 0 equals 100. 60 minus 20 equals 40. 12 minus 7 equals 5. Add it up and get 145. You knew it would be greater than 100 because you had 172 and you were only subtracting 27. 638 minus 52. If you look at this number, you're going to know that the answer is somewhere in the 500s. And it's going to be a high 500s because you have 600 and you're only subtracting a 50 and a 2. Make sure you line up your 10s and 1s. Look at where your bigger digits are. Notice I can subtract 8, subtract 2. No problem. My 50, however, is larger, so I'm going to regroup and make that 600 a 500, and I'm going to add the 100 with my 30. So 630, I'm going to rename as a 500 plus a 130. We can now subtract. We didn't do anything with the 500. 130 minus 50 equals 80. 8 minus 2 equals 6. So 586. Remember at the start we said it was going to be in the high 500s. So nice job. All right, 466 minus 88. Again, if we use our number sense, we'll realize that our answer is going to be in the high 300s again, because we're not subtracting 100, we're subtracting less than that. So it's going to be in the 300s and a high 300. Check out where your bigger digits are. Notice our bigger digit is there, our bigger digit is there. So we are going to have to regroup from the tens column and the 100s column. So I'm going to take a 10 away from the 60 and give it to the 6 to make it a 16. 60 plus 6 is the same value as 50 plus 16. Now I don't have enough 10s yet, so I'm going to take a 100 away from the 400 and give it to the 100. I can now subtract in any order. So 300 minus 0 equals 300. 150 minus 80 equals 70. 16 minus 8 equals 8 for 378. Great job. Now remember, if you think you're good at this, you can pause the video and then check back. If you just need to work it with me, pause and then play and pause and play, because I am going faster than you can go. All right, I've renamed both of them in expanded form. I've kept my subtract signs, so it's the same value, and to remember my operation. Check out where your bigger digits are. This bigger digit is in the ones place. This larger digit is in the tens place. So that means I'm going to need to regroup from the tens, but not from the hundreds. So instead of 70 plus 1, I will rename it to 60 plus 11. Now I can subtract. 300 minus 0 equals 300. 60 minus 50 equals 10. 11 minus 7 equals 4 for 314. Great job. And we knew it would still be in the 300s because I had a 371 and I was subtracting less than that 71. So my answer had to be in the 300s. 604. Remember, we're going to put a 0 there just to hold the place of the tens so that my minus 40 can go in the tens column. And minus 8. My big digits are both on the bottom, so that means I'm going to need to regroup the tens column and the ones column. So 4 minus 8. I'm going to regroup from the tens, but there aren't any tens there yet. So I'm going to have to put some tens there. So I will rename that 600 as a 500 plus a 100. That's still the same value as a 600. Now that I have tens there, I can take a 10 away from 100 and make it a 90 and give the 10 to the 4 to make it 14. Notice it's still the same value as 604. I now have my larger values on top, and I can subtract. 500, 90 minus 40 is 50, 14 minus 8 is 6. So 500 plus 50 plus 6. I really do love expanded form because it just helps me to see my values a whole lot better. All right, 332, expand it. And subtract 80 and subtract 1. Notice my bigger digit is on the top there, but over here, the bigger digit's on the bottom. So my 2, I can just subtract my 1. But I don't have enough tens, so I'm going to regroup my 300 into a 200 plus the 100 there. So if I check out my value, I have 200 plus 130 plus 2 is equal to 332. I just needed to take a 100 away so I had enough tens. Subtract 200 minus 0 equals 200. 130 minus 80 equals 50. 2 subtract 1 equals 1. 251. Let's do a fast partial sums. 200 plus nothing equals 200. 80 plus 50 equals 130. And then 1 plus 1 is 2, so I'm just going to put that 2 with the 130. And I'm back to 332. Great job on your 3-digit minus 2-digit. Practice, practice, practice. Tomorrow we're going to start 3-digit minus 3-digit. So do some more practicing.